This episode of All Guts So Gory is presented by Good Guy Dolls. This holiday season, get your kids the best friend to the end they really want, a Good Guy doll. Batteries may or may not be included. Good guys are not responsible for serial killer possession, acts of voodoo, or mass murder. All Guts So Gory presents Child's Play 2.
Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back.
How's it hanging, Phil?
Child's Play 2.
Peekaboo.
He's the original. He'll take your breath away. This fall, Chucky rules.
Did you miss me, Andy? I sure missed you.
Child's Play 2. Keep an eye out for it.
The mad and macabre.
Oh, what monster could have done this?
I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Live or die. Make your choice. Wake up, little girl.
Playtime's over. We don't know what death is.
Sliced and diced.
Welcome to All Guts So Gory. I'm Mike, and I'm joined by my foster family, Justin and Charlie. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hey, bang, you're dead.
Our conversation today is on Child's Play 2. Picked that film about toys, being that this is the holiday season. It's our last episode before Christmas time. Maybe asking yourself why I'm skipping the original. Well, here for a few reasons.
I know I asked it.
You did ask it. Big whoop. Want to fight about it? I jumped to number 2 here for a few reasons, guys. First off, I'm pretty comfortable saying this is the first horror movie I ever saw. I've mentioned that before, I believe, that my cousin at their house, they had this among their random horror movie VHS assortment. It was probably the one that we watched the most. Not the first one. They had part 2 on the shelf, not number 1, just part 2. I was 7 years old, remember it vividly. Probably seen this movie 10 times before I turned 10, if I had to be honest. Second off, this movie's just better than the first. I don't know if that's a hot take. I feel like it's a pretty common take, to be honest. But I'll argue it's the best of the entire franchise.
I have a feeling I know why, because it was an hour and 21 minutes.
That's part of it.
That is Mike's favorite thing. It's better than Christmas morning to him, I think.
No, there's no way this does not need to be a 2.5 hour drama, guys. It doesn't.
What does IMDb or Tomato Meter rate them against each other? Which one has though?
They're pretty similar. The original somewhere like a 57 Tomato Meter and a 53 fan score, and part 2 is like a 53 Tomato Meter and a 51 fan score. Like they're close. But this one, in my opinion, far superior. We just get right into it with Chucky. It's okay for the first film in a franchise to lay the groundwork, and the second one to elevate it and take things to the next level. The first film, it just takes way too long, in my opinion, for Chucky to start killing. He's just being carried around by Andy. You know, it takes a long time for Karen to get around to buying Chucky and bringing him into the home, and then for Chucky to start doing his thing. It's like 50 minutes into the movie until Chucky finally is discovered. Karen discovers that he doesn't have batteries, and he jumps out of her hand, rolls under the couch, and then she realizes what's going on. You know, before that, I think we see the murder of the babysitter, which I think is her sister, shortly before that scene happens. But it's like 50 minutes in the movie until Chucky's out. You know what I mean?
Do we think this movie inspired Toy Story? Can we go into that? There's an Andy.
Sure, go for it. There's an Andy.
There's a doll that like plays dead when other people are around.
Well, they all do, right? Because they can't get discovered.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You know, do you think there's like, well, what if this wasn't a psychopathic killer?
That's a good question, Justin. Did ChatGPT tell you that?
No. That was the one thing it didn't tell me. It told me a lot of stuff, though. It did tell me that critics love Bradley Dourif's performance here, but it definitely turned up the camp and went more slasher than the psychological and stuff. So it was, like you said, mixed reviews, but good. I'm glad we're talking about it, though.
Yeah. Charlie, you got any introductory thoughts on your watch or on your rewatch of Child's Play 2?
Yeah, I don't really remember watching it the first time or when, where, how, but it was like watching it all over again. It's been that long. I just watching it was, really like, oh, that's pretty good.
I'm in the same boat. I know because certain things felt familiar. Like once they hit that factory, I was like, okay, I've seen this movie, but I don't remember how long ago. So it's definitely not it wasn't as ingrained as it was for Mike. But
factory scene is iconic.
It's a good
in my
scene.
Opinion. Iconic.
It's a good scene.
It's long. It's a long
heavy on the
time.
eyes.
Yes.
Iconic.
Eyes. Iconic. Yes.
Okay.
So if you're like me and maybe you're following along with these movies as we're doing it, and if you have not seen the original, like me, I think I saw this one about 10 or 15 times before I found the original. Here's a quick and dirty breakdown on part one, just to bring you up to speed. Dirty. So serial killer Charles Lee Ray is being chased by the police. He ends up trapped in a toy store. Before the police catch him, he uses some voodoo to cast a spell which would put his soul into the body of a good guy doll, a doll that little Andy Barkley would later get for his birthday. Chucky, of course, says and does bad things because he's a serial killer trapped in a doll, and of course, nobody believes Andy in all this situation. Chucky needs voodoo to get out of the doll, but later realizes he's been in it for too long, and the doll is now him. In the end, Andy's mom and a detective witness Chucky trying to murder them, and Andy sets fire to Chucky, takes a few bullets to finally end Chucky, and that is our iconic sign-off line for our podcast, is ripped right from the end of part one. This is the end, friend. Don't turn off the podcast. This isn't the end.
One thing I will say about Chucky is he's a persistent little guy. He doesn't go down easy.
No, he's got full grown man strength trapped in like a 2-foot body,
Grown man frustration too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Killer frustration.
Yeah. He can't get out of that body, Yeah. He needs to. So 1990 is when this movie came out, guys. 1990. Any thoughts on your relationship to the movie in 1990? What you were doing in 1990?
I was still in the Azores in 1990, I believe, as a military dependent, running around as a free-range chicken. Yeah, it was probably a few years later before I caught this one on a VHS, though, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's the year I joined the Air Force. So, yeah, I didn't see it the year it came out.
But 1990 was a fun year. I think we had MC Hammer. I think we had New Kids on the Block. I think we had all the awesome stuff that belongs in the 80s.
Yeah.
But it's called the 90s now.
Spilled over into the 90s.
Right.
This is basically the start of the 90s, and you can tell it's not really the 80s anymore, I think, when you watch this film. This movie came out November 9th of 1990. Here's what else was going on the month leading up to and around Child's Play 2 releases. We have Night of the Living Dead, the Tom Savini directed remake, Graveyard Shift, a Charlie favorite,
Yep.
Frankenstein Unbound, Jacob's Ladder, Child's Play 2, Psycho 4, something called Home Alone, which only grossed $476 million total. Without Home Alone, that's $476 million that could have gone to Child's Play 2, guys.
Right.
It probably wouldn't have gone to Child's
You
Play.
guys should have watched it.
Rocky 5. Stephen King's It, the miniseries, was on television. And Dances with Wolves, the Best Picture winner from that year. And Misery. All within about a 25 to 30 day span around
Did you
Child's
mention
Play 2.
Goodfellas?
Was that
I think so. I think this was
when was the release date? I know it's 1990.
Oh, you're going close,
around when Child's Play 2 came out.
My bad, G.
Gotta listen. Gotta keep your ears open. Put your listening ears on, Teddy.
Quiet Coyote.
The movie was made on a $13 million budget, grossed $35 million. It opened number one at the box office.
Nice.
The following weekend is when Home Alone came out, and then that took over number one of the box office for about 12 straight weeks. Damn Home Alone, man. Chucky could have made bank. Child's Play 3 could have been on a much bigger budget.
Could you imagine if they teamed up? Kevin Costner and Chucky?
Right? That's an idea for
Chucky versus Kevin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Kevin's winning that.
Kevin's winning, but
Oh, yeah.
depends. I do want to get it. Okay, do you have in your notes a section to talk about is Chucky scary or not? Because I think
we'll get there. Definitely, we'll definitely.
Yes
get
is the
there.
answer. Short answer is yes. Chucky's scary, but I want to talk about it later.
Yeah. The tagline for this movie on the poster, not said in the movie. It's "Sorry, Jack, Chucky's back." And the VHS
like it,
box,
though.
pretty iconic box, is the Jack in the Box with Chucky with giant fucking scissors, ready to just cut the head off. So, and it's in the trailer, pretty creepy trailer for this movie too. It's a Jack in the Box playing "Pop Goes the Weasel," and then right before the end, Chucky just stomps on it and crushes it. Sorry, Jack, Chucky's back.
Charlie, do you mind if we start calling you Chucky after this episode?
No.
Okay. No, you don't mind? Or
No,
shouldn't?
don't call me Chucky.
I don't know. I heard it as you don't mind.
Wait, I thought he was going to be Mr. Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Mr. Sleepaway Camp.
Let's talk about the director and the writer of this fine film, Jon Lafia. He's the writer on the original Child's Play. Also wrote a film called Man's Best Friend, which was a killer dog movie starring
Rottweiler.
Ali Sheedy and my guy, Lance Henriksen. Don Mancini was the writer here. He went on to direct Seed, Curse, and Cult of Chucky. He's one of 3 writers on this one, along with Lafia and the original film's director, Tom Holland. Don Mancini basically wrote all of these in the Chucky series.
Like Spider-Man?
Not Spider-Man.
Oh.
He's written all of the Chucky films, and including the television series that's currently 3 seasons in and still going, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. We don't have like a writer's wing in our Hall of Fame, but if we do eventually put one in there, I mean, guy's got a strong case. He wrote all the Chucky movies.
Yeah. If you are a fan of Chucky, then he is in, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Chucky's
It's a big if.
Chucky's in. I also want to give a shout out to Dick Warlock. He's the stunt coordinator on this.
And has an awesome name.
He
is a Dick Warlock.
That is
Proud, unabashed, unashamed,
like some people,
unapologetic.
He's not a Richard Warlock. He's Dick Warlock.
Dick Warlock.
like if you're a Dick Wizard, it's cool. But if you're Dick Warlock, it's better.
It brings a little more angry overtone to it. I mean, Wizard could be a good guy. Warlock, nope. That Dick's coming in hard.
Hide your wives.
And he does in some of these roles. He's legendary. He's the stunt coordinator on this. He plays Michael Myers in Halloween 2. He is Richard Dreyfuss's stunt double in Jaws. He's Kurt Russell's double in movies such as Used Cars, Escape from New York, The Thing. He's also the stunt coordinator on Halloween 3, The Dead Zone, Christine, Brian De Palma's body double, Friday the 13th 5, Fletch, Commando, Inner Space, Spaceballs, The Running Man, Midnight Run, The Deadpool, The Abyss. You get the point, right? Do I need to keep going? You get the point.
That Warlock
He's a
title.
fucking legend, right?
So, quick question. He was both the stunt double for Richard Dreyfuss and Michael Myers?
And Kurt Russell. No, Michael Myers is a fictional character.
I know.
He played him.
He played
Michael Myers in Halloween.
But Michael
2.
Myers is kind of tall, right? And Richard Dreyfuss is not.
Well,
Okay.
Yes, he is. But in Halloween 2, he is shorter, and it's noticeably shorter.
Who
and
let that kid play Michael Myers?
It's one of the nitpicks of that film.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he doubles for Richard Dreyfuss, doubles for Kurt Russell, works with John Carpenter, works with De Palma. I mean, it's just amazing, works with freaking Cameron,
All right, you love the Dick Warlock.
legendary. We don't
I
normally
don't know how I never heard of this.
we
guy.
don't normally, we talk about writer, director, like shout out the stunt coordinator, but this one we're shouting out. Anyway, so we got, let's move on to the cast. Brad Dourif is the voice of Chucky, legendary voice of Chucky. A lot of small roles in B horror. He does play Sheriff Brackett in Rob Zombie's iterations of Halloween, parts 1 and 2. He plays the Gemini Killer in Exorcist 3. He plays the Exterminator in Graveyard Shift.
Yep.
Also, a few movies nominated for Academy Awards, if not have won. Mississippi Burning, Blue Velvet, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Brad Dourif, legend. Thoughts?
Do you say Exorcist 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's on the box on that one.
Yeah.
No, he's always good. He's always got that thing where you're like he's up to no good. Charlie obviously knows him from his role in Lord of the Rings, right? Wasn't he the?
He was. He's got a small.
Oh
role
yeah,
in the,
he was
small role in the second
the
one.
Whisperer. Yeah, Wormtongue.
The second one, and then I think the third one he was in a part, but they cut it, so he's not like in the final cut. He might be in. I don't know. I've
in
never
the
seen
extended version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His daughter Fiona Dourif, she plays Cassie McKay on The Pit, and in one of the episodes, her father comes to pick up her son, and Brad plays her father. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Father-daughter on screen and off. Fiona also portrays Nika Pierce later in the Chucky franchise. Brad also taught acting and directing classes at Columbia University. Nice. Tim Burton wanted him for the Joker in 1989's Batman. Studio refused, and Jack Nicholson got the role.
Huh.
Interesting.
Hey, I bet, what's funny, they're both in one flu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's now retired from acting unless he's playing the role of Chucky. It's all he will do. He said that he will come back as many times for that because he considers everybody on board to be family. Otherwise, he's pretty much done acting.
Yeah, it's important to reference. Yeah, 1975 is when One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest came out. So this 50 years of doing this, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Alex Vincent, he plays Andy Barkley. He has reprised the role of Andy in Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and the TV series. He's born in 1981, which makes him 6 when filming Child's Play, and I guess 8 years old now here filming the sequel. I mean, pretty good job playing Andy here. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he's a hella cute kid. In the best possible way I can say that. He's a hella cute kid, and
Just a little annoying at times, but for a kid actor, he's good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Not like that one kid in the Babadook.
Oh,
I hate that movie because of that kid.
Andy's foster sister, if that's what you call him. I don't know. What do you call him? Foster sister?
Yeah,
roommate, housemate.
Housemate. I mean, I guess it's your foster sister until they move out.
Sure.
I don't know. Okay, sure. His foster sister. Kyle, played by Christine Elise. She is 25 years old when filming this. She's playing a 17-year-old. She reprised her role for Cult of Chucky in 2017 and also in the TV series. She had roles in Beverly Hills 90210 and ER, but I'm curious why she wasn't a bigger star. Maybe I'm a little biased because I love this movie. I love what she did in this movie. I mean, she's attractive and approachable, right? I think
seemed nice.
I get Neve Campbell vibes, but it's like when Scream comes out, she's 32. She can't really play 17, 18 at that point. So, like, did she just miss the boat on that? But it's also like, couldn't have she been Buffy? Like, couldn't she have been Christy Swanson? Not Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm talking about like 1992 Buffy. I'm talking about 1992 Buffy. Could she have been Christy Swanson?
Sure.
Could she have been Laura Dern in Jurassic Park in 93?
She
28 years old.
Yeah, it is.
I think they're about the same age.
I didn't do any behind the scenes on if anything personal issues get in the way. 15 episodes on ER, it says.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think there were a few actresses that maybe looked similar in the same part, and they kind of market correct each other. I can't name one off the top of my head, but...
Yeah. It was hard to pinpoint some from the early 90s that were around this age, but like Laura Dern and Christy Swanson were two that I were like, she could have done that. She could have definitely been Buffy. And Laura Dern, hell of a great actress, but she could have been in Jurassic Park, like helping those kids out.
Do you think? So Child's Play 2 obviously wasn't, I mean, like you said, it had a pretty lukewarm reception, right? Except from you.
I mean, it opened number one of the box office.
That's true.
It had a lukewarm from the critics, and I think over time, the crowd is just like, okay, it's Chucky, We'll get to the reviews, but all the reviews are like it's more horrific than the original, or like they take it up a notch, but I'm like, well, you don't need the but. Just be like, it's more horrific.
Was there
period? It's awesome.
I guess she was in the League of Their Own series.
Yeah, the TV series.
Was that in 93?
No, the movie was
IMDb. Okay, gotcha.
But no, she played Kit in the TV series. That was like 4 years ago or something.
Oh, I liked her though. Yeah, my son was like, she's hot.
Yeah, no, definitely. When I was like, puberty came around. Like,
What's funny is she was playing this kind of like a punky, rebellious, smoking, but then she was also super sweet. So it was like a weird, like, I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were like knew what to do with her yet. Because when we're introduced to her, yeah, she's wearing like leather biker cap,
Right.
like a leather pant, like a leather kind of coat, vest kind of thing, or leather pants or something. It's like she a biker. She got these little chains on, like you said, punk, right? But then we see her like doing laundry, and she's wearing like mom stuff,
Clipping roses.
Yeah, she's got like her hair up in a bun.
They have her doing a lot. Dude, are we going to talk about, like, they got her basically to do their work.
Yeah.
I think their laundry and their roses.
Yep.
They're saving money on landscaping.
Isn't that why you have kids?
I mean,
so they can do shit for you?
for
yeah, once they start doing it right. Which is never.
Yeah.
Never good enough.
Oh man, yeah, we'll get to more of the foster parent situation when we get into this, but a couple other people I wanted to touch on. Greg Germann, he's a pretty big star, but you might recognize him as the guy from Talladega Nights, as the Dennett team racing owner. Greg Germann was the first kill in this movie, or no, the second kill in this movie. Mattson, he's the I guess
He's the nerdy.
assistant to the CEO here that we meet in the beginning.
Smithers.
Yeah, he's the Smithers. You got it.
Yeah, Ally McBeal.
Yeah. Beth Grant, she plays Mrs. Kettlewell, Andy's school teacher. You might recognize her as Helen from Speed. She's the idiot in Speed that decided to get off the bus when you weren't supposed to. And then Dennis Hopper blew the steps off and she fell down and got run over. So that's her. I've also seen Speed like 1,000 times. If you guys want to, after this, just do like
pivot.
3 hours on Speed.
We'll do a combo.
we can do that.
Should we do a combo Predator Speed?
Yeah. No, I got no notes, but I'm ready. Let's just knock it out.
Always ready.
Horror movie, right?
Yeah.
No.
It's horror.
I mean, if you were on that bus, it's
I'd be
horrifying. But
Yeah.
no. Let's see. All right. So, awards. The only award that
We're gonna
Let's talk
skip,
about Jenny.
Jenny.
Let's talk about Jenny.
Jenny
real
can
quick.
get it.
Ooh,
Foster mom.
Jenny
Wow.
in Logan's
Wow.
Run.
Logan's
Smoke
Run.
Show.
American Werewolf in
Right.
Yeah, American Werewolf in London. Yeah,
But I mean, yeah, obviously she's a
been
little
in a
older.
lot of stuff. She's still acting too.
Logan's Run was 75, I think. So, yeah, she's a little older. She's playing, that mom role or whatever. But in Logan's Run, she was striking.
Yes.
So you guys are, I'm showing my age. You guys are showing yours. Logan's Run, I've not seen. I know it's a classic. I probably should have. But, I was going to bring up Joanne here later on. She was not happy with the filming of this movie. She was not happy with the final cut of this movie. And, I looked at like her IMDb and I'm like, all right, like chill. This is an Andy and Kyle vehicle, not a Joanne and Phil vehicle. So relax. Okay. She's like, all my best work was left on the cutting room floor. This is the worst experience I had ever filming a movie. I'm like, you're not Meryl Streep. Relax. All right. Calm down.
Could have been.
Just calm down. That's what
You
women
need
like
to
to hear,
calm
right?
down,
Just
Mike.
calm down.
Yeah, oh yeah. I dare you to say
But,
that to
yeah.
Mamrie.
or anyone else. So, any other thoughts on what's her name? Jenny a gutter?
Jenny, your mind's in a gutter.
No.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Let's get back.
Yeah.
sure.
Anyway, go watch Logan's Run, Mike.
I will. I know it's a
Right.
classic. I know I should, but I just haven't yet. Is it a horror?
It's dystopian.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's not horror.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, it's definitely sci-fi.
Yep.
Basically, as you turn a certain age, you have to die.
Mm-hmm.
And if you run from the people that are coming to make right on that situation, they catch you, right? And a guy's little light malfunctions, he thinks. Isn't that right? Doesn't he think that he should have another couple trips around the sun before?
Something like that.
I don't know. So he runs.
Yeah. So getting to the awards real quick. The only award this one was one obscure one. I usually don't go to the really obscure ones, but the Saturn Award in 2014 for Best Blu-ray DVD Collection. Where are you guys on physical media and box sets? Justin, I'm pretty sure you're like buy your stuff on Vudu so you have it forever. It's just on your TV. But what happens when like a plane crashes into the server and all that shit's lost forever? You've already spent all that money.
Here's what it is. I call it a sunk cost at this point, right? It wouldn't be the first time that I've had to recreate my library, right? I've done it with VHS tapes to to DVDs to Blu-ray, right? So I've upgraded several times. So it's maybe part of doing business nowadays. I hope it stays because they keep offering me upgrades on the, like, I think I bought some as SD on digital, but they keep, like, because they don't want to store all that stuff on the server, they just keep bumping it up sometimes. I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah. I just got one notifying me that my SD is now HD.
Right.
And they probably got rid of all.
Your STD is now an HDD?
Deleted all the SD. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I like to have...
From small dick to hard dick. Nice. Oh, that's not SD and hard D?
Wow.
All right.
So, no, I like to have them because you know how it is with HBO and Netflix and Prime. Like, everybody loses the privileges to have them. And I don't like to watch ads. Famously, I'm not an ads watcher. So if it's on Tubi, I'm like, next. But yeah, I like to have them.
Same. I've got like 700 on there now.
Yeah, I saw. I was impressed. I had HD envy.
Yeah, I mean, we all collected our VHSs as a kid, and then DVDs came around, and I stocked up on a ton of those. But you could also go to Best Buy and get them out of like the $2.99 bin.
Oh, the $5 bin.
Target.
Walmart, love that $5 bin.
When I waited tables on like Fridays, my buddies and I would go to lunch next to a Best Buy. I'd take like $20 I made from lunch and go buy 4 movies. Like, just throw them on the shelf.
I still have mine.
Yeah, I still have a bunch of.
I used to have it like, like books on the shelf, like a library. But then I got rid of all the cases except for the Buffy series.
You got rid of the cases for your DVDs?
Yes.
You just put them in. Oh, man.
So I have them in binders.
Nope.
No.
A lot of. And I kept the Lord of the Rings extended edition, regular edition.
I did too,
boxes.
except my absolute favorites.
You're a wild man. Both of you are wild men.
But I think, if Voodoo goes down or Fandango now, if they go down, I got fallback. I just have to figure out how to
use
hook it all back up again.
Yeah, I mean, if I spent like $2 on High School High, like 10 years later, I don't need the box anymore,
Right. Isn't it funny what we're willing to pay $2 for? You're like, shit, yeah, I'm going to buy this Ghost Dad for $2.
Right. That's too far.
Oh, okay.
That's a line. You do not cross.
A friend and I had a bit, well, he's like, how much did you like that movie? And that's kind of how we would determine it. It's like, if you saw it for $5, would you pick it up? I'm like, yeah, I'd buy that for $5 or whatever, So
I'd buy that for $1.
We should do Total Recall. It's close enough.
RoboCop.
Oh, that's what I meant.
That's what I meant.
That's what I meant. Edit that shit.
Make it sound like I got it right.
You know what I mean?
Nope, it's in there. It's in there for good. It's locked. I can't edit. I don't know how.
I meant RoboCop.
Yeah.
Dead or alive.
The thing with physical media, and I when I collected all these DVDs for so long, when Blu-ray came around, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get like my absolute favorites on Blu-ray, so that way I don't have like 50 copies of everything and stuff. And so I was doing that, but then box sets became a thing as well. And the problem with box sets is you don't know when to buy them, because this box set in particular for Child's Play came out in 2014. And I just lost my notes. So that came out in 2014. Cult of Chucky came out in 2017. So if you have this box set, you have the box, and then if you want Cult of Chucky, you have a nice box set, and then you have one single Blu-ray sitting next to it.
Yeah,
they know that's an opportunity for another box set.
It's an opportunity for another box set, but it's like, but if you bought this in 2014, 15, 16, you're like, I got all the movies.
Right.
Guess what? You don't.
You don't.
And then you got the one single one sitting next to it.
Star Wars did that.
They took all that box set money and made a movie.
Like, I bought the Back to the Future box set because like they're not making more, and if they do, I'm not buying.
Yeah,
no one's buying it.
Not going to be a remake. There's not going to be.
Yeah, I've like it's at a certain point.
Everybody's got its
like
price though. I'm not going to lie.
Like I'm not ready to buy the Friday the 13th box set because you don't know what's coming next.
Yeah.
That IP gets tossed around, and there might be another one.
I bought the digital box set. The first 8 movies for $8.
Yeah,
I mean that's
but
solid.
there's 12 movies now.
Well, I don't care. I got 8.
Yep.
So I did that with Saw, and the bundles. You bundle up to save.
Yeah,
but then you got some loose ones.
Yeah,
some loosies.
That's Charlie's favorite kind of cigarette to buy is a Lucy, right?
Lucy.
So before we get into the scenes, I just want to talk real quick. The Metacritic rating for this movie, Child's Play 2. A weak 37. 37 is way too low in my opinion. One review from the Orlando Sentinel had it at an 80, and was just but then everything else like drug it down. And being that we're located in the Midwest near St. Louis, there's a review from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch back in 1990. It was not a good review. And here's what Gene Carey had to say. When Child's Play 2 isn't dwelling on some atrocity being performed on a character nobody cares about anyway, what? It commits the ultimate horror genre Jesus Christ.
Transgression?
Let me try this again.
I'll let you edit that if you edit that RoboCop bit.
Sounds good. When Child's Play 2 isn't dwelling on some atrocity being performed on a character nobody cares about anyway, what? That's bullshit. It commits the ultimate horror genre transgression. It's really, really boring. Boy, I bet you're just a fucking hit at parties, Gene. You know that?
All right. Did we weigh in yet on where we all stand and what we would grade this?
Not yet.
I mean, okay, should we do that soon or
on a scale of what?
How do you pick? You're the host today. What are you thinking?
Scale of 1 to 10? 11.5. Picked it for a reason.
I'm
biased.
For those of who know me, I am one that doesn't give many ones and many tens. I'm like clump in the middle all the time. This one's gonna be a 5 right there.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
5.
All right.
Well, we know we got an 11 and a half.
Let me see if I can change your minds and elevate.
I'm ready for it.
Let me see if I can expand your
We
minds
don't have the
a little
emotional
bit.
attachment to it.
That's true.
It's just because we're recording earlier in the morning. You guys are just a little down. It's okay. Let's go scene by scene.
When Chucky.
So let's get into the film. All right, guys. So our first kill in this, they bring the Chucky doll from the end of part 1. They bring him back to the good guy's lab, if you will, or Let's Play Toys, whatever it's called, to the lab. He's burnt to a crisp. He's decapitated, and they're scraping away all the scar tissue and ash and basically rebuilding this. I don't know why they didn't just like toss it, because we find out that there's a factory making 1 million of these, but then I guess you're also tossing away the serial killer, and then you don't have a franchise.
So I have thoughts on that.
Okay.
Because I had the exact same thought. I was like, there's no reason that they would go through all this painstaking effort to bring this back together. They wanted a forensic review of what was different about this toy. Right. And they wanted to be able to prove that there was nothing wrong with this exact toy.
Yes. And they basically knock it all down and clean it all up, except for the teeth. The teeth obviously have DNA.
Why does it have gums?
Right. Well, because it's part man.
Yeah, he started turning.
It's part man. It starts to bleed later. He's turning he can't get out of the body. And I think leaving the teeth in is a choice to make sure that his soul, his DNA is still in there somewhere, even though they put a new face on it and a new body on it and a new battery pack in it and all that stuff. But yeah, so they basically rebuild Chucky with the choice of just leaving the dirty, dark, gross teeth in there of Charles Lee.
They scrape those out with the dental tool and everything.
The last thing they do is put the eyes in, and the dude running that machine gets electrocuted when the machine goes and pops the eyes in. Electrocuted so bad he does a backflip through the window of the lab.
I mean, I don't know if
ends up with a big bloody red face.
That's what happens when you get electrocuted. You're projected into somersaulting head over heels through a window.
I've seen people electrocuted when I was in tech school.
Is this when you were chloroforming yourself?
No.
The hell, man?
1,200 volts, and it makes you move. It makes you move. It won't make you do a backflip.
I thought it just made you kind of
you won't do a backflip 20 feet away through a window.
Well, your whole body spasms.
Yeah.
But it's not like it locks up. It moves your muscles.
Oh, okay.
And that can.
Did this person you see, did they live?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was worried that you were telling us about a
no.
dark secret.
No.
Yeah. So after this happens, the CEO of the company tells his assistant, Mattson, the guy from Talladega Nights, basically, get rid of this thing. Make sure this never sees the light of day. This never happened. So what's he do is he puts it in the
Well, doesn't he tell him to shove it up his ass?
He does tell him. Yeah. He said, what do I do with this doll? He said, put it up your ass.
Shove it up your ass.
Yeah. Make sure it never sees the light of day.
Which I thought was going to come back. I was hoping would come back. Like Chucky would shove something up his ass or something.
Yeah.
Well, different video, I guess.
So yeah,
pegging.
for some reason, Mattson just puts this in the back of his car.
Or tries to. Oh, he tries to put it in the trunk.
He tries to put it in the trunk. It won't fit. A doll is making sure
Right.
the trunk doesn't slam shut.
This
As
guy
if you couldn't maneuver anything else around to shove a doll in there.
We're supposed to hate Mattson, right?
We are.
We're supposed
Oh,
to.
he's
He's
a
a
piece of shit.
yuppie. He's
Yes.
the. I don't carry cash. I have a gold card.
I have a gold card. That's
Yeah,
as good
I have
as
a
cash.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
I have a phone in my car like Charlie's dad did.
Right. So, yeah. So he's in the back of Mattson's car. Mattson is driving home to his girl, and it's like, oh yeah, the vodka.
The
Which, when I
vodka.
think about celebrating, I think about vodka.
I mean,
I don't know.
well, it's like a 1 month, 2 month anniversary. It was
2 week.
2 week. Okay,
2 week
that's
a
vodka.
2 week
That's the vodka
anniversary?
year. First,
And
it's
you're 2 weeks and your girl got a vodka problem. Red flag. So
yeah.
throw that out there. Don't forget the vodka. Baby, slow down.
I don't know. Vodka's like a good, 2 week thing.
That's like the champagne or the
No, there's beer.
the hard ciders are in there.
Colt
maybe.
45 might be a good 2 weeker.
Oh, that's a real red flag. Never dated a girl that's drinking Colt 45.
Well, you ain't lived.
I mean, I'm not
Works
saying
every
it's
time.
not fun.
It works every
I'm just
time.
saying don't do it.
All right. Billy D's
So-
not listening to this, so
Chucky takes Mattson hostage from the back of the car, drives him, tells him to go to a parking lot. And he's, park this piece of shit.
There were some parts where
Beautiful piece of
I
shit, by
don't
the
think
way.
it was supposed to be funny, but were funny. And when that little doll pops out with that little gun,
Little tiny ass gun.
he's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Like,
whatever you want,
Whatever
man.
you want. I'm like, it's a doll, right, dude?
you don't feel that it's a plastic gun on your face.
Right. And then they park, and he tells him to put his hands behind his back, and he ties him. He uses a jump rope.
Yeah, where'd you get that from?
His car is full of toys.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
that's true.
That's why.
Works over a toy company.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And so he gets a jump rope, and he's tied behind him. His hands are tied behind the car seat. And then it's a water pistol. And
Bang.
But he really bags him and suffocates him.
Bang, you're dead.
That's kind of fucked up.
I mean, yeah, he just already shit himself because I do like that he was laughing after he got squirted in the face. Like, you got me good. Got me good, buddy.
Yeah.
You missed that. Well, I mean, we're not going scene by scene, but
Yeah,
like
we're
he
trying to
did
hit the big parts.
He did call the orphanage or the facility that the foster system. So
Yeah. He pretends to be Uncle Charles and wants to know where Andy.
Charles.
Let me just give that shit out over the phone. It's the 90s.
Apparently.
He's not here, but if you go to 123 Apple Street,
Yeah. Basically, and that's how Chucky gets there. So after he kills Mattson, Chucky goes to this house. He finds Tommy, the good guy doll that the foster parents who adopted a kid who has trouble with good guy dolls decided to leave in the house. And Joanne is like, I'm going to get rid of this, and just puts it in the living room. So Chucky comes in, he sees the Tommy doll, and he destroys it and takes him out, buries him. And so Chucky replaces himself in the house to
giving a reason that he's in there, right?
Right. That's him. That's the plan. Is he's supposed to be Chuck? He's supposed to be Tommy. And even at one point, Andy checks the batteries, and he can't have batteries this time, which he didn't in the first one. So Andy feels a little more at ease, like this is a real good guy and not the Chucky one.
Right. A fun trivia question though is to know that the doll is actually a Tommy, right?
Tommy is the one in the movie.
Are they? Oh, okay.
I think they all have different names. There's like a Larry, a Tommy. I think
There's a Larry. Okay.
I don't think you can. I can't remember if you can give it a name, or if it, like when you buy one, it's just like my name's Tommy, or my name's Larry, or my name's whatever.
Because Chucky's obviously a play on Charles,
right? Well, Chucky, yeah. So he tells people his name is Chucky because his name's Charles.
Okay.
But yeah,
my name's Dick Wizard.
Warlock. I'm hoping to bring up a Dick Warlock on every episode. We should have a Dick Warlock category.
best stunts, best
yeah,
name,
or most likely to be a cocksmith. Dick Warlock.
Dick Warlock award for best.
Josh
name.
Hartnett, Zeke, and
yeah. So then after Chucky gets rid of Tommy, we'll get into the. I want to get into the foster parents more later, but obviously this house is not child-proofed. And Chucky breaks this family heirloom of Joanne's, and then they blame it on, one of the kids is who they blame it on later. Later on, we get...
House is a prison.
Yeah. So I don't know if you count Tommy as a kill, but then Chucky does come to haunt Andy. Andy's laying in bed. He Chucky comes to life. Andy is tied to the bed with jump ropes. Again,
Right.
very apt. And Chucky tries to gag him with a sock and play his favorite game, hide the soul. And this is when Kyle is out from a night at work or at night doing whatever, climbs in Andy's window for some reason. Not her own window, but climbs in Andy's window.
Do you think hers had a dormer that was like there that she could climb on, a gable maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Climbs in Andy's window. Chucky's like, we're going to finish this later. And he goes and hides. And then, that's when Kyle saves Andy. He's like, what is going on? And then he's like, Chucky's trying to kill me. That wakes up the parents. The parents come in. They see Andy tied up and they think Kyle did it. Like, this is so low. I can't believe you do such a thing.
Andy's not messing around though. He's like, you got to kill him. You got to kill him.
Yeah.
You got to kill Chucky. I'm like, yep, you do got to kill Chucky.
And Phil just like takes it and is like, it's just a doll, Andy. Like, chill, man.
In Phil's defense,
goes and throws it down the steps. Like, look, it's gone. Like,
in Phil's defense, he didn't want that boy.
No, yeah, we'll get into that. I got some.
Joanne wasn't listening to him.
Yeah. So the next day they go to school. Chucky hides under the bus. One of my favorite scenes. I laugh. I think I laughed so hard at this when I was 7 years old. Is when they're going through the teachers going through the worksheets and Andy's has "fuck you, bitch" written on it in big red crayon.
That's good.
I don't think I'd ever seen "fuck you, bitch" written out in print. And then when I saw that when I was a kid, I was like, oh.
I want to pause 3 seconds on this one. He's walking through the bus. He gets straight up pushed. I'm like, who are these psychopath children, man? They're just pushing this kid, man.
Yeah. And then we get the next kill is Mrs. Kettlewell. She is the teacher. She's killed by getting stabbed with a ball pump needle and beat to death with a yardstick. As she's looking around for Andy, who's in detention. Andy's in detention for writing what Chucky wrote on his paper. And then when she comes back in the room and Andy's not there because he escaped through the window, she's looking around for Andy, but Chucky was hiding in the closet. Mrs. Kettlewell got.
Nobody called to be like, hey, where was Andy today while this teacher was being beaten to death?
Yeah. Later on, Andy's back home.
Justice for Kettlewell.
Hashtag justice.
Later on, Andy's back home, takes the electric carving knife. I guess this was just at Thanksgiving, maybe. I'm not sure when this was, but must have been Thanksgiving time. You get your electric carving knife out.
That's a 90s thing. Was that like a...
nobody uses those anymore.
I'm going to ask my old person in the room here. When's the first time you saw an electric carver? Like
I
in this movie?
I didn't see one in real life.
Right, I've never owned one.
I mean, that was something rich people had.
Gotcha.
So Andy takes one to the basement where Chucky goes back to after the incident at the school. And then he starts tussling with Chucky. They get into it. And then that alerts the parents. They hear a ruckus. Phil comes down to inspect what's going on. And
put the knife down.
Yeah. And then that's when Chucky takes what is like a hook, a harpoon gun, something. I don't know what.
That's some kind of hook, yeah.
Some kind of fishing device with a big ass hook on it. And through the stairs, hooks Phil's foot and hangs him upside down. How's it hanging, Phil? I love it. This is when the camp gets amped up.
The camp gets amped up.
He's hanging him upside down. He's like, how's it hanging, Phil? And then lets him go and he breaks his neck on the fall.
Pretty sure he could have had his arms extended and avoided breaking his neck there.
Maybe.
Okay. Just
it didn't seem like it was very far away to fall.
Like 2 feet.
Yeah, not far. Not far.
But yeah, so he breaks Phil's neck, and then Joanne comes down, and who's there but Andy, not Chucky. And so she sees Andy, she sees Phil's dead. Joanne's like, I don't want to see you again. Whatever she says. It's just brutal. Yeah, Mrs. Poole takes Andy back to the orphanage. The cops are there. Andy's the only witness to this guy's broken neck. No, we're not going to talk to him. We're just going to go back to the orphanage, kid.
Well, at this point, like, mom's freaking out, throwing his 3 pairs of pants that he has in his suitcase.
Yeah.
Shutting it up. That's all he has is 3 pairs of pants. But, like, mom's like, get him out of here. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Mom's, if they're gonna, she's having, like, I should have listened to Phil.
Right.
And, like, I should have, whatever.
If they're going to talk to Andy, it's going to be at the...
Big regrets.
Big feelings there.
So... Kyle does what Joanne should have done right from the get-go, is actually throws Chucky away in the garbage can and We obviously know this isn't going to stop Chucky, but she gets on the swing that we see earlier in the movie where Chucky had buried the Tommy version good guy doll, and she's kicking up the dirt a little bit, notices a little something stuck out of the ground. She pulls Tommy out of the ground.
A foot.
Yeah. Piece of the good guy shoe.
There was some foreshadowing where Chucky was watching Andy play with Kyle earlier, pushing her on the swing, that he was worried about that dirt spot.
Right. Yeah,
he was worried.
Absolutely.
That he didn't bury very deep.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he has
Shallow
grown man strength or if it's just an issue of how long his arms are. He didn't dig deep.
Yeah.
No.
And then once she realizes that there's a doll that was buried, and she goes and checks the trash can, who's gone? Chucky's gone.
Chucky's
And that brings us to our next kill. Kyle's like, I gotta go make sure Joanne's okay.
Poor Joanne.
Joanne, whose husband just died, and the cops just left, and she wants Andy gone, and just packed up her foster kid's stuff, throw him out of the house. I guess decided she was gonna like sew some stuff. I don't know. Sitting at her sewing machine.
That's what she does to calm down, I think.
And yeah, so she's doing some sewing, and Kyle comes in and turns the chair around, and well, I don't know if it was a throat slit. I think it was a strangulation.
Throat, yeah.
There's some blood, but it wasn't like a slit throat.
It
but
looked
it was
like
something
she
hanging
was
around her
gagged and
neck. A gag,
throat
strangle,
slit.
throat slit combo.
Yeah.
He is the Lakeshore Strangler, Charles.
So he
Lee
does
Ray,
like to strangle.
Definitely some strangling going on. Probably throat slit. Yeah.
So if I were Jenny Agutter on this one, if that's how we say her name, I'd be upset because it was basically an off-screen kill. So there was probably a scene shot where she was, like
fighting
killed.
for her life.
That probably would have added like
maybe
7 minutes.
that's what she was talking about, was left on the cutting room floor. Like,
Right,
I did such a good job trying to defend
scene,
myself,
maybe.
and they just put me there dead.
So I was a little surprised by the off-screen kill.
Yeah. Which then once Kyle finds her, then Kyle's getting attacked by Chucky, who's laying in wait. And then, Chucky takes Kyle and is like, we got to go get Andy. We go drive to the orphanage. So
I think the timeline didn't work with showing her killed, though, because she wasn't away from she was smoking, threw him in the trash. By the time she came back, I mean, that was only like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was was
that enough time to get in the house?
Minute and a half tops.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're a strangler.
Charlie, thoughts?
If you're a serial killer, you probably know how to move swift. You know what I mean? I don't know.
He's not acknowledging the fact that he's a strangler.
Nope. He's not acknowledging it.
Better deny that stuff,
Right.
Charlie.
I'll give you a little choke.
Consensual choking.
Hey, some people are into that.
Right?
Yeah, so we got Mrs. Poole at the orphanage, takes care of Andy. Chucky shows up. Mrs. Poole gets stabbed, thrown into the copy machine. This was a great 90s trope. I think it's happened in a few movies where somebody's like dead in an office and they fall into the copier and it just makes like copies of their mangled face and blood splatter papers coming out of the Xerox, just pretty good stuff.
Probably exposing them to some kind of radiation. I don't know.
Light.
Yeah. So we get, the fire department's called. Chucky and Andy escape. Kyle's chasing after them. And then we get to the iconic showdown at the factory.
Hold on. He escapes in a newspaper van, right?
Yes.
With Andy.
With the back door open.
The back door's wide open.
For some reason.
Oh, and then
I guess if you're making all these stops, the driver's like, I'm not lifting and locking the door every time.
Guy is flying, by the way.
Yeah.
The newspaper place is like, he's like running away from something and he's not, right? But like Kyle runs him off the road. He grabs her by the shoulders violently.
Yeah.
She pushes off. What do you call her? A bitch or something like
crazy
you
bitch.
Crazy bitch. I was like, these people are crazy.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to mention that. That was funny. That was funny.
What do you think about Chucky just giving the little middle finger?
A great
middle finger.
Right?
Love it.
Love a good middle finger from a little doll.
Yeah. It's right up there with Terrifier 1, the middle finger. Art
unplanned middle finger that Art gave was perfect.
And then, so we get our showdown at the factory, which is an iconic scene, incredible. This scene's like 18 minutes long, and I love every minute of it. They run to a part of the factory where inexplicably the good guy dolls are stacked in maze formation, like The Shining. I don't know if they were like, let's use The Shining. Right. Let's pay homage to that with this. But,
like a hedge maze. I like it.
But inexplicably, why would these things... I mean, these things can be in rows so forklifts can get to the pallets. And instead, these things are just like it's literally a maze.
I think
there's dead ends. They're like
I always try to
turned
put
around.
I always try to put on my director hat or whatever, my writer hat, and I think it's to play like Andy is overwhelmed by the sheer number of, good guy dolls and like to the inescapable feeling of the maze.
That's true.
Yada yada. But yeah, this would not be arranged
What's
this way.
scarier than one Chucky doll? Like 1,000
billion.
surrounding you 30 feet tall. Yeah. So Chucky finds, Chucky and Andy get to a spot in the maze where Kyle doesn't find him yet and starts to go through the spell. Tries to cast the spell to get his soul into Andy's body to get out of the doll. He goes through the whole thing and to no avail. Like the big clouds come, the lightning strikes. He makes it through the whole seance and then nothing happens. His nose starts bleeding and he realizes he's trapped in there forever.
Are we supposed to, like in the first one, I don't remember, did Charles Ray look up the spell or the procedure to put his soul into a different body?
He went to a voodoo doctor.
Okay.
He was friends with a voodoo doctor because when he's in Chucky,
we've all got
he
one
goes
of those
to
in our
like a voodoo somebody or another. And is like,
it's
I got to get out of here. And like, so he knows, like he knew how to get, he knew already because the very first scene he puts himself into Chucky. So he knew how to get his soul into something else. But then when he tries to get it out, he's like, I need the way to get out. Like, and he needed to do it quick because he's starting to get like turn human. He's starting to become the doll itself. So he does know, but he also kills the voodoo guy in the first one, like the guy that's helping him because he doesn't quite help him enough. But that was a good scene in the first one. But anyway, let's see. So when that doesn't work, Kyle then pushes all these good guy dolls on these pallets over and traps Chucky, and Kyle and Andy make a run for it. One of the cool scenes in this one is them climbing up some sort of, not a conveyor belt, but something where boxes would slide down with all the rollers. They climb up to the top of it and shut the gate, and they slam it on Chucky's hand, and he can't get his hand out. So what's he do is just pulls his arm so hard that the hand rips off.
Brute force.
Yeah.
Tendons.
Pretty
goo,
gross.
Sinewy.
Pretty gross.
All that stuff.
And Chucky's got a knife, so he finds a bench vise, takes the handle off the knife, and just shoves that
into the stump.
butt end of the knife into his stump.
All the meat.
Just with the packing tape to keep it in place.
Oh, God.
So I guess that's so he could have two hands free, right?
Well, yeah, now he's got
a hand and
hand and a knife hand. I don't know if this is a play on
Evil
Freddy
Dead. Oh,
Evil Dead. I heard that James Cameron was inspired by this to make the T-1000. No, that's a lie.
Oh, because that's a good pull. If so, because like that little knife that came out of the T-1000.
No, that's a lie. Apparently, Cameron came up with the T-1000 as part of his dream. That when he dreamed up what the Terminator is, the T-1000 was in that dream as like a guy with like knife hands. But they didn't have the technology in 1984 to make that, so they put that on the back burner till T2.
I watch a lot of crazy stuff.
Because Cameron will I'm not going to make that until we have the technology, or I'll create the technology to make that effect.
And then he'll make 16
and that's
avatars later.
Yeah, and that's why it took him 14 years from one avatar to the next or something. So yeah, because he's like, well, I want to do this, and I have to create the technology if I want to do that. So I have to invent this first, and yeah, crazy shit. Yeah. Anyway.
Have you guys ever had dreams of knife-handed people?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I watch a lot of crazy shit, too.
Yeah, I do, too. Usually it's just like real weapons if I'm having like a nightmare, but not like... It's either real weapons with people I know, or it's like a shadowy figure that just like if they grab you, you're dead.
Yeah.
Or
my teeth start falling out for no reason.
Yeah, I don't have the teeth falling out ones. No.
Really?
No, never had that.
Those are the worst.
I'll have falling dreams.
Falling are the worst.
Yeah,
too. Those falling are bad.
Anyway, we get to, one of the repair guys comes in to the factory to fix the jam up on the conveyor belt. And I think Chucky must have forgot that he was chasing after Andy and Kyle and decides to get this repair guy, knocks him down, and he gets eyes put in his eye holes where his eyes already are. Incredible. I loved it. When the thing raises back up and you just see like the plastic eyes where his real eyes once were. Good stuff. Love
Did he
love
do
that.
Did he do a throat slash first and then he falls back, or
No,
He
I
does
think
some kind of
he
slash.
whacks him.
Okay,
He like knocks him upside the head with a tool or something, and
Gotcha.
and then he falls conveniently on the conveyor
right in the
belt.
head clamp area.
Right into the head clamp for the eyeballs to be shoved in his eye holes.
Good kill.
Yeah. Then we get where Chucky is on the conveyor belt himself, going up to or Kyle and Andy see the thing where I guess the torsos of the dolls go up and then puts the arms and legs on.
Yeah.
But they accidentally hit a button, which makes it go backwards.
Yeah.
Which turns the dolls into some weird fucking mutant. They get like 12 arms and legs in places they're not supposed to go.
They say,
instead.
never reverse this.
Right. That's what it should have said.
Reverse this.
But we're gonna put the reverse button here anyway.
At knee level.
Right.
You can just bump it.
What was the point of that except for them to use this 30 seconds later to send Chucky through it? And then he comes out with basically no torso.
Oh, just a clump of meat
a
and
pile
arms.
of meat and 12 arms and legs and just a gross pile. But you think that's it? You think they got him?
Yay.
Except the top half of Chucky somehow got out of that
Right.
thing. He's crawling with no torso.
Blood
Again,
everywhere.
Very, very end of the Terminator, like missing most of his body, just crawling along.
It sounds like you're accusing Cameron of plagiarism here.
No, this was Terminator was 84.
Oh, okay.
Right. This is
No,
90.
end of Terminator 1. not two.
Terminator
Okay.
1.
Sorry.
Yeah. And then
Try to get him in
there's
trouble.
a valve that releases like hot plastic lava that's just there that you can open.
Acid plastic.
Whatever. I don't know what it is, but it's extremely hot, molten lava
It
plastic.
nearly burned
something.
them earlier, right?
Yes. And somehow there's a valve that you can just let 15,000 gallons of this shit just out if you need to.
Just in case.
Just in case.
The guy who installed the reverse button's like, you know what?
In case a
That's
serial
not enough.
In case a serial killer doll is in this factory, standing right here, and we need him to cover it, we're good.
Well, your hot water heater has like a release valve on it, so maybe it's like that, an overload.
Sure. So that's how they kill the top half of Chucky's torso.
Or
Cover him in
is
melted
it?
plastic, or is it?
Because
the second
that
time-
thing looked like a little mutant. I don't know. It looked gross. There was like 3 strands of hair left on its head.
Oh yeah.
It looked like
pretty
little
bad.
transparent on the skull. It was like a little
Yeah.
fetus.
Finally, when Chucky still coming after them, Kyle puts an air hose into Chucky's mouth. His head inflates to like 3 times the size of a basketball. Great head explosion.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Explodes the
Yeah.
head. They
Best
finally
effect in
got
the
him.
movie, maybe.
Oh yeah. And then the great, they go to hide like under some steps. And they still get covered in all the guts and all the shrapnel. What do you call skin shrapnel? Skin
shrapnel.
Skin shrapnel. Like in Tremors, it was
Actually,
the same deal. They blow up
there's-
the tremor, and then all the worm guts and shit.
There's a
just
technical
fall
name
over
for
them.
it, right? It's gross. That's what the technical term for it is.
It's
gross.
Yeah.
So
All the grossness.
I've said it before. Like, always excited when there's a celebrating scene after an explosion and shit just starts pouring down on you. Never will get old. Never ever.
So those were the main kills. That's our movie. They kill Chucky, and they're like,
This is
where are
the
we
end.
going to go
All right, no.
now? And Kyle's like, home. Andy's like, where's home? Foster parents are dead. The orphanage, Miss Poole, she's dead. And Kyle's like, I have no idea.
I think they become the natural born killers. They just live on the
Dude,
road and
You're not wrong. That could be it. But then they roll credits.
roll credits.
All right. Category time.
Categories.
Which kill was best?
I'll jump in.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say the eyeballs on the conveyor was the best human kill. That's my vote.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Although the bag over the head one was really disturbing for a
Okay,
semi-funny horror movie.
Yeah.
it's true.
Like, that guy pissed and crapped himself as he
After
was
the
dying.
fact.
I like the.
He may have got
the
a boner
eye-
if he was into that kind of thing.
I like the eyeballs on the repair guy.
Okay,
I like that.
Atticus, what was your favorite kill?
My favorite kill. I'm good. My favorite kill was probably when he snapped his neck falling from the stairs.
Oh,
How's it hanging,
Okay,
Phil?
okay.
How's it hanging?
How's it hanging, Phil? Gotcha.
Welcome, Atticus. He just walked in to join us here in his part of the
Much like
episode.
Chucky, he just pops up sometimes.
Yeah, right.
It's like
Woke up from his nap. It's like 10:30. He just woke up. welcome. Must be nice.
That is the most dad thing you've ever said in your life. Mike has 2 little ones, so he gets up at like 4 in the morning.
Not all the time. I got to sleep in today. I woke up at 7:15.
Nice.
And then I definitely just like laid in bed for another 30 minutes before I'm like, I should probably go downstairs. Yeah, so Repairman, his eye, the eyeball's getting shoved in his eye sockets. And then, yeah, Madsen, it's a good one. Brings us to who's the dumbest character. I think it's Madsen with the, he's just a tool, you know? He can't figure out that, like, when a 2-foot doll is like, I'm going to tie you up in this, he just lets him tie him up and take him hostage. I've even seen some theories that, like, because Chucky's behind him, does he think it's like a grown man in the backseat?
That's what I think.
You got a rear view mirror. You can see where Chucky's sitting. You'd be like, wait, what? You're a doll. I'm not putting my hands behind the car.
I think the theory's right, where we're supposed to believe it's one of those don't look around, don't look back.
Yeah, you just maneuver your eyes. You're like, wait.
Right. Wait, you're a tiny doll. So yeah, Madsen checks.
That's a gold card. It's as good as cash. Not where they don't take credit cards, dumbass. Any other dumbest characters?
No, I think
Phil was pretty.
Phil.
Not
Actually,
stupid.
Phil, I might vote was the smartest, not wanting anything to do with this Andy child.
Yeah.
He comes with some baggage, right?
He comes with hella baggage, man. What are they getting? Shouldn't he be in like a facility for a little longer? Don't you think he's still ideating?
Because he's still saying like the stuff. Like the guy's playing whoever the doctor is or his psychiatrist or whatever at the home is like playing cards with him, and he'll just like, you know, because it calms him down, and then he asks him a question and he'll say something. He references Chucky, and then the psychiatrist is like he knows like this isn't real. You got to stop saying those things. Like
gaslight.
Gaslighting the shit out of him, I guess. If that's how you use that term, such
whenever you're
overused
working
term.
super hard to convince somebody that their reality is wrong is really the gaslighting part.
Sure.
Mike
whatever you
hates that
say.
term. Mike thinks it's like the in phrase, and it is. People use that
but
so
people
much.
use it if something makes you upset, you're just like, I'm being gaslighted. It's like, no, you're fucking not.
If you disagree with somebody, you're like,
well, they're
don't
gaslighting me.
Don't gaslight me.
Like that's not how it, like it's so broad. I'm like, just stop saying it all together. Anywho, I'll get off my soapbox on that. Some questions. Why did the doll have to be put back together? I think we talked about that one in the beginning. You know, just toss that one away in the beginning. You're making $1 million more. Just, you know, you don't need that one.
I think it was a PR thing. It was a PR thing to show that they found the exact model and nothing was wrong with it. Maybe somebody hacked the voice box, right?
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know. It was.
They didn't need to do what they did.
I think destroying it would have made people just as happy.
Yeah. If word got out, like if word got out that it'd be in the Inquirer or whatever, but like, you know, doll throws Aunt so and so off the 6th story of an apartment building. Like, are you being like, are you skeptical? Are you just like clicking past that one? Like that's clickbait. Like I'm not reading that.
Yeah.
Like
no, I'm blaming someone else.
How many
now.
witnesses do you need to be like, oh, maybe that's true?
I don't know. I'd have to see it myself, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe it at all.
There's probably like 1 million people, which is worldwide. 1 million's not a big number. There's probably 1 million people that think the Earth's flat. If 1 million people said a doll threw this lady out a window, would you be like,
No, I wouldn't believe it.
No.
Same.
So if word got out, you're just like, it's bad press. Move on.
Yeah.
Like, it's whatever. Like, I don't know why they're putting so much work into this.
I think sales were down. That's all.
You
Sales
think
were
so?
way down.
Maybe. The factory is chock full of these things. Maybe they're not moving them. I don't know.
It's like they basically said, I'm not going to get got.
But they're a hot commodity. Remember, like Karen couldn't get one. She had to buy this third party one in the first one. Like they're a hot commodity.
Yeah, that's before they were killing people.
Right. True. Let's talk the foster parents. Are Phil and Joanne good foster parents? I don't know what.
Not for that age.
I'm not an expert on foster parenting. I'm not one. Never been one.
Oh,
I think are foster parents typically, is it like a religious thing? Or like
sometimes,
because I feel like in things I've seen it portrayed in like this, maybe not so much this because they don't really talk about religion too much. Angels in the Outfield is based on like a foster parent that has like a foster family. She's pretty religious in that. you know, they're always like, it's angels. So maybe that's why it's a religious thing.
Sure.
But I also had, growing up, a house that was like a couple houses down from me was a foster house. And they were very, very religious people. So I don't know if it's a religious thing that, you know, or if it's when people just can't physically have their own. So
I think
they
it's both.
take kids in.
I think sometimes there's a calling to bring in more kids into your house.
Yeah.
All I know is these two were not set up to take on a smaller child, like a younger kid, because they had breakables.
They did not childproof their house.
They had breakables at
But
like,
they had that room
all levels.
full of toys.
He did.
Yes.
Makes
That
me
was
wonder
probably
what
from
happened to
other
those kids.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a skateboard. That kid, you know, was skateboarding in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Joanne at one point,
They didn't beat any kids. They didn't hit Kyle or Andy.
No,
so.
of course not. But like, you know, she's like, come on, Kyle, like you gotta come make dinner. She's like, I have to go to work. She's like, that's the third night this week. And it's like, she's like, well, I'm moving out.
Oh, Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle. She's like, well, I'm going to be out of here in a month. I need money. And she's like, no, you don't. You need to be with us. Like, I'm not going to be with you in a month. Like, she doesn't want her to go set herself up for, which is about to be 18 and out of that foster house, I guess.
I think she's hoping to create a nice house until she moves. That's what I hope.
Unless she's not going to work and she's going out,
That's true.
know, doing other shit, but we don't know. But it's like, dude,
doing some
like,
dick warlocks.
Yeah, they have a good guy doll in the house. You're bringing a kid home that you know has an issue with these dolls, and she's like, "Oh, I thought I got rid of that, or that was from the last kid, or whatever." And Phil, one is just like, "It's a doll, Andy. Like, stop thinking about whatever."
Phil
like,
thinks he can cure like major trauma just by
yelling,
tough love.
Yeah. And then Joanne's like, "I'll get rid of this thing," and where's she put it? Like, just in the living room prominently instead. Yep. Like, what? You said you were going to get rid of it, not move it to the room that everyone sits in the house. I know Andy mentioned something about his favorite food. He likes eggs. I don't know what 7-year-old is like. I like eggs.
He likes chocolate the most.
Chocolate the most, then eggs. She makes Andy egg salad for lunch. Like, dude, that shit is in the danger zone. That mayo is not going to last 5 hours till lunchtime.
Maybe there's ice in there.
It's a paper bag lunch, man.
I like a good egg salad sandwich. Though.
I do. But
Ptomaine poison.
And he's going to be crop dusting people throughout the rest
but yeah,
there's some beans in there.
I don't think these were great foster parents.
I also
they
don't
weren't
think
written great. That's
No.
for sure.
Right. I also don't know if it's like a puppy when you go to get a puppy where you can go home with that puppy that day. I don't know. Because they were like, they got to listen to him, you know, talking about his trauma through a one-way, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they just went home with him. They didn't talk about it.
Phil damn near kills all of them in a car accident on the way home by just
Yeah.
not paying attention for a minute to the road.
I thought they were gonna all die, no, except Andy. I thought like they were gonna crash, and then Andy's alive, and he sees the good guy.
Good guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
good guy
they could have shaved 30 minutes from this movie by
Exactly.
like starting that reunion right there is what you're saying.
Next question. Can you give an 8-year-old detention? Atticus, did they have detention when you were 8?
What is
in
detention?
second grade? Do they have detention now with all this soft parenting bullshit going on? Soft teaching?
Wow.
Whoa.
Coming in. Sounds like George Carlin over here.
I don't think they've had detention.
They don't have detention in high school
I've only been to the
anymore.
principal's office. Oh, no, at the high school, yeah.
Okay.
Like when I was 8, I've been to the principal's office once. And
Yeah.
I don't.
But not like you're going to sit in this room with your head down.
No.
For an
Do I know
hour.
about this?
I'm going to call your
Yeah.
mom. Like, yeah. Because, they just give Andy detention on the spot, like in school. On
Boom,
his
you got
first
detention.
day, basically.
Well, he did write some pretty heinous stuff on that.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
But that's when you're like, we're going to call your mom, come with me to the office. Not like sitting here by yourself, head
and
down.
you would hope to know that this is the Andy who was attacked by a killer doll, allegedly.
Right.
You would hope to know that this kid's a little fragile.
Head down. She
Right.
keeps yelling at him. Yeah.
She was rough. Kid thwapped him in the ear.
Yeah.
You ever write
Anyway.
fuck you bitch on a worksheet to
All
a
the
teacher
time.
you hated?
All the time.
That's the least of what he's written. That's why he was in the principal's office, right?
Oh, man.
No.
Let's see. Body count.
Got him real quick.
TikTok.
6.
5.
5,
Wait.
6.
Yeah, 5.
5.
It's 7.
Ah! Let's hear them.
Close order. I mean, I think I went over them all when I did the cat. When I did the
again.
scene. Oh my gosh. We don't got time for that.
Okay.
Watch the movie and count. Gore score. What are you guys giving this one for a gore score?
3.
I'm going to go higher than a 3. If Charlie's got his answer ready, he can pop in.
I'd say 4. It's not really that gory. I mean, there was the eye thing and the arm thing and the mushed up, mashed up.
Ripped his hand off. The blob of parts and wax. There's a throat cut, but we don't see that. There's some stabbing. There's a neck breaking. You know what? I'm closer to 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 4.
I gave this a 5.
Okay.
Like the hand ripping off, the knife going into the stump.
That was gross.
That's brutal shit.
4.5.
I'll do 4.5.
4.5.
I forgot about the stumps, Jeff.
And I mean, like the head exploding and the guts, all.
How did I forget about the head exploding?
The guts raining down.
I think, we definitely said the eyeballs on the conveyor was the kill.
The backflip when the dude's all bloody face after the backflip through the glass. Like
the best effect was definitely Chucky's head exploding, right?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So 4.5, 5.
I'm with the 4.5.
4.5. 4.5. All right, 5 it is. Just kidding. 4.5 is fine. 4.8732. No.
Repeating.
What do you guys think about other dolls in horror? You know, in the more like this section of IMDb, it's all the other Chucky movies. But where does this rank amongst like Annabelle, Megan?
Have you seen
other dolls? Maybe?
Trilogy of Terror? It's an old one from the 70s.
Have not seen
Karen
that.
Black. There's 3 stories.
Is that the one with the little like voodoo guy?
Yeah, it's this. it's Jobu. It's this African fetish doll. You know, like a foot tall.
Yeah,
it's got crazy
got
eyes,
like
crazy
nose
teeth,
ring, and like crazy hair.
This necklace around its neck, and it's like contains the spirit of this demon. And then somehow the necklace comes off, and this fucking thing goes crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like it as a good subgenre. We call it doll horror, maybe. But you know, Annabelle.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen any of the Annabelles.
None?
None of them.
I would put Annabelle above Chucky.
Really?
Oh, okay, we'll hit on that in a minute. We'll give you some time to talk.
I like Supernatural more than Slasher.
Well, this is Supernatural, though,
this
right?
Is Slasher.
It's like
barely,
because he
though.
went into. Okay, I got it. Is a slasher genre, but like he got into the doll via.
That's in the first
Supernatural.
one. We don't see that.
That's true. Did anybody see Puppet Master, the one with the little puppets, like the
Master.
6-inch tall? Obviously, Dead Silence kind of has some dolls in it. Megan
was
genre.
really forgettable in my opinion.
It was weak.
Like Megan 2 is coming out next year, and
it's already out.
It's already out. Sorry, but I'm like.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
I was like, what happened in the first one again? I just like can't even recall a single thing that happened in that movie.
Well, they had this bot that
Creepy
tried
dance.
creepy dance that tried to kill everybody. Okay,
Well, yes, I get that.
Yeah.
I could have guessed that without even
Megan
seeing it.
was fun.
It was a very fun movie. Even the second one was fun. Too.
Megan 2 was.
There's
was
a
more
spinoff
fun
called
than
Soulmate
scary.
coming out
Oh,
this
yeah.
year. That's what I was thinking.
But yeah, Dead Silence was really good. It's one of the first time you watch it, you're like, eh. But yeah, good stuff.
Let's segue from that into our Horror Hall of Fame, where Chucky, he's already a member.
Already
the
in it.
inaugural class as the Mortal Villain, inaugural class Hall of Famer in our All Guts So Gory Horror Hall of Fame. Director, Jon Lafia, probably not.
Nah.
But, you know, I think we talked about the writer earlier, Don Mancini, who's been a part of all of these. I think eventually we got to create a wing for it, or maybe like an other contributors like wing.
Okay.
And I think he would get in.
I think where you start to get, because we left Romero out, right?
Him and Dick Warlock.
Dick
Warlock's in.
Dick Warlock.
Special
Best name.
contributions to
Right.
horror.
I feel like when you start to prove yourself in multiple movies, right? Because like if you're just in the Chucky franchise, is that enough?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's where we're at with Terrifier, like with Art the Clown, with Damien Leone. I mean, David Howard Thornton, Damien Leone.
Yeah.
Leone. But David Howard Thornton's doing other stuff too. He was just in Screamboat
and the mean one.
He did that. Yeah. So if we're talking actors, yeah, you know. But What about our protagonists, Andy and Kyle? Yeah, I need to revisit some of the later Chucky movies.
Andy makes it in 3 of
they're
them,
reprising,
right?
Yeah, they're reprising their roles in the later movies and also in the TV show that's currently going on. I mean, if they're reprising their roles for this long, they may be protagonists that are Hall of Fame worthy.
It's a maybe. It's on the longer list.
I mean, this is my favorite Chucky movie, and they're the two protagonists, and it is their movie. Like, I mean, like we talked about, Jenny, what's her name, was like, they left all my stuff out of the movie, and I'm like, this is not your movie.
She was used to being a bigger star.
This is an Andy and Kyle movie. This ain't a Phil and Joanne movie.
Jeez.
Sorry, you're listening.
Joanne.
Yeah.
She did good though. She was good in the role of she was good in the role.
Just imagine what
It's
she
just-
was
it's
like
not
in
your
her
movie,
death scene.
you know?
Just imagine.
Yeah, no, she was good in this role. It's just not her movie, right? It's
All right.
it's an Andy and Kyle movie. That's all.
Kyle.
Movie props. Any movie props we want to put in the Hall of Fame? Out of
Good
this?
guy, doll.
Good guy dog.
I was gonna ask if that
lives there.
counts.
But like if it's a
That's
character.
Because it's like Chucky's in, so does the doll also count as a prop?
Well, it's a physical thing that they used in the movie.
Oh, another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not just
It's a prop.
Chucky.
Like if
There's Tommy.
you saw this at a horror convention sitting on a table, you know exactly what that
But
is.
would you know it was Tommy and not Chucky?
Doesn't matter. They're all Chucky. They're all Chucky.
My name is Larry.
What about the tiny ass gun?
No,
Tiny ass gun. Tiny ass gun. Yardstick? No.
I like the eyeballs in the head prop. Like that's a fake head, right?
Okay.
That's got to be a
What?
practical
Okay.
effect. That's
You
gotta
know
be
what
a
I
prop.
would allow is it's not up to me, but like, but the stripped down Chucky, the stripped down like the metal plate eyeball-less one. That's a different kind of Chucky.
Or the one that goes backwards into the machine and gets the 12 arms and legs
One that
shoved in
comes
them.
back looking like Sid's dolls from Toy Story.
I'd be down with that.
Okay.
It's on a nice little pedestal. You can display it in your hallway. you know.
Tickle its 17 feet.
I want framed and hanging on my wall the Andy's worksheet with "fuck you, bitch" written. on it. that
you'd
can hang in
immediately.
the Hall of Fame.
That would be Mike would recognize that immediately.
Yeah.
I want that hanging in the Hall of Fame. Any other props? Any other cool things out of this
Not that I can
want to
think
put
of.
in there?
No.
I can't think of any.
Okay.
Are we out of categories?
No, I got. Let me see. We did that. I got fun facts left to do, and then I think we'll go from final thoughts after that. So, Catherine Hicks played Karen, Andy's mom, in the original movie. She was not in Child's Play 2. If you
Is
watched,
that the
you know that.
seventh heaven lady?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
There you go. Charlie knows. She was not in this one, but she was on set often. Her husband is Kevin Yeager, who operates the animatronic Chucky doll. So
okay.
she is married into the Chucky family.
It was weird how they like, oh, the mom's in the loony bin.
Right.
Yeah,
That was it.
right. Yeah.
That's probably a contract thing. They're probably like she wanted 200,000 more than.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the story behind it, but she was on set. Like, I guess it doesn't sound like it was a bad
Okay.
thing.
She just didn't want to do it.
I don't know. I guess. Or
Maybe.
they're like, we're taking the story in this direction. Whatever. Let's see. Grace Zabrinski plays Mrs. Poole, who runs the orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
In later seasons of Seinfeld, she stars as Mrs. Ross, Susan's mom, George's fiance. And later, once she makes her appearance in Seinfeld, in Jerry's apartment, on the shelf of the VHS tapes, Child's Play 2 can be seen on the shelf pretty prominently for the last
Hey,
like 3 or 4
you know what I
seasons
call
of
that?
the
I
show.
call that a good pull, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that a category for myself. You guys can do it.
Good
if you
pull,
want.
Mike.
Is just like find the Seinfeld connection
Okay.
in this horror movie. So I'm just gonna make that a category that I'm gonna try to play with.
Okay.
That and
Participate if you want.
Dick Warlock.
And the Dick Warlock.
The Dick
category.
Warlock category for best name. Yeah,
Atticus, you missed it. There's the writer. Is that who this was?
stunt coordinator.
The stunt coordinator is named Dick Warlock.
That's a pretty good name.
That's a badass
pretty
name
good
right
name.
there.
Imagine like Warlock on the back of a football jersey.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it's a good name that way too. But like, just if you're if you're like a wizard with your dick, or you're a warlock with your dick, is what we were saying.
Well, it's just a good name.
You're not talk about your son's dick, please.
No, I'm not talking about his dick. I'm talking about warlock. The warlock
This is
himself.
devolved.
Oh, yeah. So that's the Seinfeld connection. Peter Mark Richmond, who is the asshole principal in Jason 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, was considered for Mr. Sullivan, the CEO of Play Pals. That we see in the beginning. That would have been that would have been a great crossover.
Shove it up your ass.
Yeah, he'd have been great in that little part. But he's fantastic in Jason 8 as a dickhead. Fantastic dickhead. Yeah, fantastic dickhead. Peter Mark Richmond is, so that would have been a good pull. Most of the interiors of this film were shot on stage 28 at Universal Studios.
Nah, looked familiar.
Also known as known as the Phantom Stage. It's where Phantom of the Opera was filmed in 1925.
Everyone knew that. I don't know who you're telling because we all knew that.
Sorry.
Who's this for?
I'm going there next week.
So
got something.
3 other actors that were up for the role of Phil, the foster dad: Charles Grodin, Jeffrey Jones, and Tim Matheson.
0% chance they got Charles Grodin to do this.
Right. Well, yeah, Charles Grodin and Jeffrey Jones are way too big a stars for this small little role.
Working on Beethoven.
It was on their wish list, but
Charles Grodin just did like Midnight Run with De Niro. He's not doing this. And Jeffrey Jones is in like Beetlejuice right before this, and then like Ferris Bueller. Yeah. He's not doing this.
I mean, it seems like one he'd look at.
I don't think
Howard the Duck, he was in that, so he might have done this.
Yeah. Probably better that Jeffrey Jones didn't do this because, what happened to him.
Yep.
But Tim Matheson, I can't picture him as a foster dad.
Who's Tim Matheson?
He's in Animal House. Eric Stratton, damn glad to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
He's Eric Stratton. Animal House. He's also Chris Farley's brother in Black Sheep, the one that runs for governor.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's in a lot of other stuff. He does play the CEO in the Child's Play reboot from 2019, which is a fucking abomination.
It's what Chucky looked like after coming out of that hot wax.
It's not even good guys. They call it like a buddy, buddy doll. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, there was a My Buddy that was big in the 90s.
Do you guys even like horror movies that make this shit? David Gordon Green and whoever the fuck made that Chucky remake. God.
He'll fight you. Mike wants to fight you right. Can't wait till we get David Gordon Green on here.
Yeah. And that's all I got.
All right.
For
what's our youngins' thoughts on this movie?
Is that me?
Yeah. Yes. It's not us.
Not me.
This is the third best movie that in my opinion, we've
done on the cast.
I'll take it. High five. Yes.
Third.
Under Late Night with the Devil, which is number 1, and then number 2, Cabin in the Woods.
Yep.
So.
I will take that.
Okay, so it kept your attention. Was the fact that it was an hour and 21 minutes, was that helpful?
It was helpful, but it was also it was a funny movie.
Yeah. Did you have a funny line that Chucky said that you liked?
Park this piece of shit.
I love that one too. It's like a Mercedes.
It's a Jaguar, I think.
It's a Jaguar. He's like,
yeah.
Park this piece of shit. It's like a $90,000 piece of shit, but okay.
Right. Any other funny kills?
Funny kill, when he shoves the air thing and she went flying. I don't know if that was intentional.
Oh, the pump, the air pump.
I don't know if he pumped it and then she went flying. But
no, she it was so much pain that she fell backwards, but took 3 desks out with her in the classroom,
and she stayed there.
And then she stayed on the ground.
Chucky was coming at her at the speed of way slower than It Follows creatures,
right? Slower than Michael Myers even.
And you know, it just rolled indefinitely. And
no way it was that painful that you couldn't stand up and run.
Right, and block maybe block a yardstick coming at your head.
How many whacks with a yardstick would it take to kill a person?
That's like the Tootsie Pop
500,000.
Right,
which is arguably a worse way to go than getting stabbed.
Right,
with a
At certain point you die from just being annoyed. Is what.
So can we take a break?
The last thing I have then is Justin, you brought it up at the beginning. Is Chucky beatable? Should he be this hard to beat?
Okay, Chucky thrives on being what's the word I'm looking for? Discreet and hidden, right? He creeps in the darkness, he sneaks up on you. So if anything took out your Achilles, or if anything jumped on you from, a cat jumped on you from behind, it would startle you. At that point, he's still only less than 5 pounds heavy, right?
Sure.
So, but still.
But with 200-pound man strength.
And he's coming at you He's biting at your ear. He's doing all kinds of stuff. So yes, he's beatable, but like he can catch you off guard and get you.
Yeah, people over exaggerate how easy it would be to beat him.
I agree. Yeah, it's like people are. Like, he pops out. I just punt him like a football.
I would just drop kick him.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. Because he's gonna, before you see him, he's hiding under the bed and he's gonna slice your Achilles open.
Right.
That's how it gets you. Sneak attack.
Yeah.
Right.
You underestimate him.
That's how he gets Mrs. Kettleman, is he's hiding behind the clothes at her level.
Right.
So he stabs her in the chest before she can react. And then she's kind of, maybe she shouldn't have been incapacitated by something the size of a needle that blows up basketballs, but that took her out, and now she's on the ground at his level, and now he's towering over her.
There's got to be you're paralyzed with fear a little bit when you see this thing coming at you too. It's not like he does a good job of convincing the world it's just a harmless doll, right? Yeah. So it's not like he's always running around. Like one person is alive that knows he can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Two.
So we all agree Chucky's legit, right? It's not like, oh, this is dumb. Like, why aren't they just kicking him across the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd kick him across the room.
I think also people
but I expect things like that.
I think people should also be able to beat him easier than what it shows in the movies. Like,
right.
I think at the beginning, no way I'm letting like a doll tie me up.
Right.
That's a bit more. But he's asleep, and I don't think he wakes up.
I think
to fight him off.
You're talking about the car.
Yeah. Oh, the car. Yeah, that one was far-fetched. Yeah,
we're talking about like in a room. Chucky on one side of the room. I know what Chucky is. I'm on the other side of the room. We go at it.
Oh yeah,
I got him 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Sure,
but that's not how he gets you.
You gotta cover your face and your organs, I guess. But you gotta.
Right.
You got the weight advantage.
Of course.
I'm no Dick Warlock.
Especially after Chucky got done with you.
Yeah.
Atticus, are the newer Chucky installments in the franchise popular among your generation, your age group, like your Cult of Chucky, Curse of Chucky?
I've heard about like
the television series.
But like I've never seen it. Like this is like the second Chucky I've seen. So I've seen Child's Play 1 and now Child's Play 2.
1 and 2.
So,
hey Mike, real quick, remind us how he gets from 2 to 3.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
we're trying to remember.
We don't know how he. 3 comes out 2 years after this one, and he's gone from age 8 to age like 15. I think.
Randy,
we don't know. Yeah. He's in military school, and I guess he gets there because he's got no family. I don't know. So I guess that's how.
Mom never got out of the loony bin.
Yeah, they're like, well, we'll just put him in. He's got to go to some kind of school, and since he writes "fuck you, bitch" on his worksheets, it's going to be a military school. Teach him some discipline.
Teach him that.
Where shocker, no one believes that this Andy and this serial killer possessed doll exists. In the third installment either. More disbelievers got in the third installment. So, yeah. All right, guys. Anything else? Any other final thoughts on Child's Play 2?
No, it was fun. It was a fun ride. Okay, you brought me from a 5 to a 6 on this for my score out of 10.
That's fine. Like 2 more too low at least, but you're good. I mean, I really love this one. There's a childlike quality to this one with the bright colors, the factory scene, the factory being like yellow and blue and red. Like that's pretty cool instead of just being like a, dark, the lights don't work. Like it's just like a more like what you'd typically find in a horror movie factory chase kind of,
Did anybody else have a problem with the eyeball scene, right? Where it's popping the eyeball down. It seemed like an uneven like timeline, like as far as like how long you could wait in between those eyes dropping down. Like she crossed through it fine, but then Andy has to wait for like 3 to pass before
he's a little skittish.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
The more unreasonable one is like the guy gets the eyeballs put in, and then like 30 seconds later, something knocks Kyle down, and it's dude hanging by his feet. That Chucky strung him up and like pushed him to knock Kyle over, I guess, because he comes flying into frame. I'm like, dude, you were just like conveyor belt 10 seconds ago. Now you're strung up and your like face is green,
looking like the mayor of Toonville with his eyeballs busting out like that.
But yeah, I mean, they did a lot of stuff to make it feel childlike. A lot of low camera angles.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that.
Like it's almost like shot some parts from like his POV, like Chucky's POV. So you're down here, like Andy's level. So the parents look like they're like 10 feet tall.
Where he's running from the car into the house was a fun little POV where he's like a foot tall or whatever.
Yeah. Just very memorable, very near and dear to my heart. I'm glad to have done this one. I appreciate you guys joining me on it.
Well, you're welcome for our service.
Not that you had a choice. It was the rules of this podcast.
The rules are rules. You know, like when Charlie picks a Serbian film, we're all having to do it.
Please do not. Well, we need to. No,
He's not doing it.
Don't even want to mention that shit. But all right, if that's it, if you guys want anything else,
any other thoughts?
Oh, 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. All right. Cool. Charlie? 6, 7 out of 10.
Wow.
I'm sticking with 5.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't be drawn up to a 6. You know, because I like you. I'm going up to a 6.
That's okay.
Wait, what did you rate it?
Like 11.
11 and a half out of 10. He's not messing around.
No, I mean, it's just, I'm biased. I love this movie so much for other reasons.
It's like on his deathbed, he's going to say Child's Play 2. It's his Rosebud.
It's the one out of the series that I'll just resort to all the time.
Tommy.
If the original's on, if like, you know, C's on, I'll skip it. If like Chucky 2's on, like I'm stopping and watching it.
Okay, gotcha.
You know?
Joanne, you bitch.
You crazy bitch.
Well, gentlemen, this is our last episode before Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, you guys. Hope you all have a good one. Looking forward to our Greek food. And so enjoy your Korean food, Charlie.
Yeah.
And what you got?
I was going to say, should we, the next in-depth movie, should we go into that? Or are we going to, it's going to be a break.
We're taking a break. The next.
We'll have content
we'll have content, but we're taking our holiday break. So the next movie we come back and do, we haven't picked it yet, but it's going to be to kick off the new year. We're going to do something like The Thing, where it's not going to be one of our picks. It's going to be an all-hands contribution to one of our all-time favorites. So it's going to be a big-name movie. It's not going to be something obscure like, you know, Child's Play 2 might be obscure. It's going to be a big name like Pieces, you know?
Right. An elevated horror like Pieces.
Glorious movie.
No, but we're going to do a big one to kick off the new year. So it's not going to be, you know, it's so-and-so's pick. It's going to be an all-hands pick like The Thing was to kick off our podcast. We just haven't picked it yet. So it's a surprise, and you'll find out that surprise when that episode drops.
But we are going to do a special year in review.
Yep. After this, we'll have a year in review episode. 2025, we'll discuss whether it was a good year for horror or not. Spoiler alert, it was. And we'll talk about some of our favorites from that year. After that, we'll also do a 2026 year to come. So look at some of the movies coming out.
Things we're looking
for
forward to.
2026. What we're looking forward to, what we're nervous about, what we don't really care about. But those will be some shorter episodes. And then that'll get us through the new year. And
much to the disappointment of our audience, who likes it when we talk for 4 hours about Child's Play 2.
Right, I know. Yeah. So thank you all for listening to the All Guts So Gory podcast. If you like what we do here, best thing you can do for us is to like, review, rate, wherever you listen to us, rate and review us. That's the best thing you can do.
Tie someone up with a jump rope and make them listen to our podcast in the car.
Venmo us.
It is Christmas time.
Yeah.
Atticus, Charlie, Justin, Merry Christmas, you guys. Merry Christmas to you out there. This is the All Guts So Gory podcast. Andy, Merry Christmas, and take us home.
This is the end, friend.